sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Jacksonville and the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tirico in the booth with Greg Olson and Blake Grupe on the field to get this started. Off we go from Indianapolis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
They put Strange in motion. Now, on second down. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Intended for Brenton Strange. Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. A pickup of 15 in the air. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. We're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They put Strange in motion. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to take a shot down the field. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. To the left side and taken in by down.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jaguars offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts 38-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
2. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
5 yards.
And I think what they're counting on there, Mike, is that the defense expects the ball to be run inside the tackles, thinking on 3rd and short, just go get the first down. Try to catch him off guard with the toss play, but the defense was all over it. Great speed and pursuit to the ball, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Michael Pittman.
This offense, they just continue to struggle here in the early going. They've got to start converting on some of these 3rd down attempts. Otherwise, they're just going to have a hard time sustaining drives.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. He is going to have a Colts first down. They picked it up easily, didn't they? A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Abdullah. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
So sometimes the best way to defend some of these physical receivers and tight ends is to bring the fight right to them, is to get up, challenge them, contact, dislodge the ball. And now listen, that's easier said than done, but as we just saw, if you can do it, it works wonders.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 4. The carry here for Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He's brought down by Leatu Latu. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
10 yards. That's good.
And just when you think you're going to force a 3 and out, this quarterback is able to escape, gets loose downfield, and he's able to pick up a huge 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Lawrence. Out to his right. He runs with it. And a nice run, close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
5. He'll go. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Third and 11. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
Number one rule of throwing the ball out to the boundary, Mike, you can't be late with the ball, because when you do, that's exactly what happens. Corner does a great job breaking in front, catches it in stride, and he could have just walked into the end zone. There was nobody in front of him.
Do it again, defense.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars are out to a 10-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 47.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second down and 3. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Abdullah. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A gain of 7 brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second and 3. That's caught on a first-round pick, Tyler Ward. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A run here with Abdullah. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, it's Taylor. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. That's hot. Outside. It's complete. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
To the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Colts are on the board. It's 10-7.
Jaguars 10, Colts 7.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Jags offense ready to come back out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run. It's Etienne. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 10 yards.
Really nice job by this running back here, Mike. I don't think this play was blocked particularly well. I think it was a combination of his patience and then his speed around the left side to not only pick up the first down, but pick up good yardage while he was at it.
They'll go back to ETN on first down. Past midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
This is a great example of when a great play call meets great execution. His blockers created a nice run lane, and all he had to do was get there and hit it, and that is a massive gain on the ground.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Lawrence now. He'll go right back to Myers. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Jacksonville.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Up the middle, here's ETN. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
11 more yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
For a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will get out in front 17-7.
Colts 7.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
35-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out, what am I looking at? Where are my targets? Where's the coverage holes? And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the 1st half.
He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Josh Hines Allen there on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one 1st down. You're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action for Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And nice work after the catch. A little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
It's third down.
Third and a yard. Man in motion here is Washington. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Really nice play call there by the offensive coordinator. You kind of use your tendencies against the defense. They're thinking run in this down and distance, and ultimately you use it to your advantage. Play action pass to the tight end, and you keep the drive alive.
He finds De'Ami Brown. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up second and 1 at their 48-yard line.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Here's Lawrence. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
A gain of 23 yards.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting the third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3.
Cam Little to kick
Third
off
quarter
for the
set to
Jaguars.
commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Goodson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 11. And quickly pick up a first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. Looking middle, and he's got down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
On the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
7-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, second down and goal. In motion comes Pittman. They'll look to throw again. And He's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Josh Hines Allen getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Grupe's kick is good. And the Colts are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Colts 10.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. He's tackled there by Quiddy Penn.
The 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's strange. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
And the Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
2nd down, Lawrence. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
That is caught by Washington. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Jacksonville.
15 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
Can't we score?
A gain of 15. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
Gain of 3 yards. That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 23
That's
yards.
2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
First down.
That's just great footwork near the sideline, Mike. I mean, the ball comes out on time, really good ball placement. So all he has to make sure he does is secure the catch in bounds, and it's exactly what he does.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Lawrence. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a first down. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They put Strange in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return is Goodson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Colts offense ready to get back at it. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
The outside, hauled in by Pittman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
6 brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he will score. Game on. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Colts are back within 6.
The score, Jaguars 23, Colts 17.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Once again, it's Etienne. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
That's another.
Wow, They are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
The 31-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. They go play action for Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. He was defended by Kenny Moore.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now here's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps him short from picking up the 1st down.
Colts 17.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Now, faking the give. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
The quarterback on the scramble. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on downs. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The Jaguar ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas.
Number 7, Ryan Thomas Jr. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yes, 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a screen set up for Etienne. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
17. Cam Little.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return is Goodson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Keep it up! Keep it up! Tear it out there, fellas!
On the give, this is Taylor.
Taylor down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. They'll look to throw. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10.
Desperation time now setting here in the fourth quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking across the field, it's complete to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That one out of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Jordan Lewis on the coverage.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one out wide to Abdullah. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. It is third and long. He'll look to throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
That's good for a Colts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He'll step up and run.
The quarterback on the scramble. Taken down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's second and 6. Inside by Pittman on the slant. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
Colts, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will score. Game on. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts have cut the deficit to 5.
Jaguars 29, Colts 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29.
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Etienne now on 1st and 10. He's inside the 40. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Colts 24.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll go with Cameron. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Devin Lloyd on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Coverage defensively.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll look deep for Pittman. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's
ETN.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
7-yard line.
Up the middle, here's ETN. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.